this presentation, we will introduce you to the MiniLift Stand Assist Lift Operation Overview. The MiniLift is a uniquely and ergonomically designed battery-powered mobile sit-to-stand lift that helps patients go from a seated to a standing position. System Rometic offers two models of the MiniLift sit-to-stand lifts. The MiniLift200 is used in healthcare facilities, such as hospitals and nursing homes, and the MiniLift125 is smaller and perfect for home care use. The MiniLift200 has a maximum lifting capacity of 440 pounds, while the MiniLift125 has a maximum lifting capacity of 275 pounds. In this video, we will discuss the MiniLift200 that will be demonstrated using the System Rometic thorax sling. Patients must be able to bear weight to transfer using the MiniLift200. Patients should also be able to follow simple instructions and be non-combative. The MiniLift200 requires no assembly. Let's begin by identifying the major 7 ergonomic design features of the MiniLift200. The ergo handles are conveniently located on 3 sides and are demonstrated to make it easy to grip while pushing, pulling, and turning regardless of patient size. The adjustable ergo arm is attached to the boom and designed to extend and retract, making it easier for the caregiver to apply and remove the sling. The sling connection points are positioned so that the lift movement will provide support to the lower back rather than lifting from under the arms. The control system consists of a hand control with buttons for up and down control of the leg widening. A lift actuator provides a smooth and ergonomically correct lifting motion. A rechargeable battery. Control box with emergency stop button. The soft and comfortable shin bolster articulates as the patient moves to a standing position and is adjustable up, down, in, and out. A calf strap is used to secure the patient's legs onto the footplate. Non-skid removable footplate supports the patient's weight while standing from a seated position. This can be removed for early gait training or cleaning. 4-inch dual steel 360-degree swivel carpet casters with locking brake mechanism, designed to minimize push-pull forces even on carpet. In this section, we will briefly review some of the operational features of the MiniLift200, including the hand control, charging, emergency stop button, emergency lowering, footplate, and wheel locks. Before using the MiniLift200, all operators should carefully study and understand the instruction guides for both the lift and accessories, and complete the MiniLift200 competency checklist. In addition, the patient care plan should be reviewed for patient's activity level and any contradictions for using a lifting device for transfer. Assure that the use of the lifting equipment and accessories are in full compliance with the patient care plan. The MiniLift hand control is used for lifting and base width adjustment, and the arrows on the buttons show the direction of lift movement. Buttons must be held down for the lift to operate, and when the buttons are released, the lift will stop. In general, charging is recommended anytime the lift is not in use. This will ensure that a full charge is available when needed and will result in maximum battery life. The battery can be checked for charge status by visually examining the built-in battery unit indicator screen on the control box below the red emergency stop button. 4 bars indicate that the battery is fully charged. Each bar represents a 25% charge, so that when only 1 bar is remaining, the charge status is at 25%. The battery charging unit will beep when the unit has less than 25% charge remaining. Lock the wheels of the MiniLift when plugged into the wall outlet to prevent damage to the plug, cord, and control box or wall outlet by inadvertently moving the lift while still being plugged into the wall outlet. First, unplug the coiled cord from the wall outlet and then unlock the wheels. For safety reasons, battery charging should never be done in a wet environment. To begin charging, the emergency stop button must be in the out position. With the built-in lift charger, take the coiled cord and plug it into a regular wall outlet, and then check that both LED lights on the control box are lit, signifying that the battery is receiving a charge. The green LED light indicates that the charger is receiving power, and the yellow LED light indicates that the battery is charging. In case none of the LED lights light up, first, check that the red emergency stop button is not pushed in. In case it is, Gently rotate the emergency stop button to the right until it pops out. Second, pull the coiled charging cord out of the box and firmly reset it. If that does not correct the issue, then check the outlet or use another outlet. Charging stops automatically when the battery is fully charged. While the battery is being charged, the lift will not operate. When using the optional wall-mounted charger, remove the cord holder cap from the battery. Next, remove the battery box from the control box by placing the palm of your hand on top of the battery box and using your fingers to pull up on the locking latch to release the battery box from its bracket and then pull it out. Now, place it on top of the wall charger. There are 2 LED lights on the wall charger. The green light indicates that the charger is connected to the power, while the yellow and orange light indicates that the battery is being charged. Make sure the LED lights on the front of the charger are lit. Normally, charging takes less than 6 hours, and the charger will shut off automatically. Emergency stop is accomplished easily by depressing the red button on the control box. The emergency stop switch disables the entire lift and stops the built-in battery charger from operating. To reset this, turn the battery button gently to the right until the button pops out. During transportation, or when the lift is not going to be used for some time, it is recommended that the emergency stop button be pushed in to preserve the battery charge. In the rare case that emergency lowering is needed, it can be accomplished in 2 ways, electrically and manually. To electrically lower the lift, use a ballpoint pen or similar to push the round, soft membrane to the right of the emergency text on the control box. To manually lower a lift, lift the red emergency lowering lever on the actuator in the up direction. Lowering occurs very slowly and requires weight on the ergo arm. The footplate is removable and comes in one piece attached to the frame of the MiniLift. Prior to removing the footplate, loosen the lower knob on the shin bolster and slide it all the way forward. This will allow easy removal of the footplate. The footplate can be removed for early gait training when patients require assistance standing from a seated position, or for cleaning. The shin bolster is attached to the frame of the MiniLift. Use the lower knob to adjust the distance to the patient's knees. Use the upper knob to adjust the height of the shin bolster. Tighten both knobs securely. Please note that the shin bolster is soft for comfort and articulates to facilitate movement of the knee as the patient moves from a seated to standing position. The wheels of the MiniLift may be locked to inhibit movement. To lock the wheels, step on the brake provided on each rear wheel. To release the wheels, press on the release mechanism. MiniLift should only be used on flat surfaces and the patient should never be left unattended. In general, the wheels on the MiniLift should not be locked unless otherwise contraindicated by facility policy. For safe and trouble-free operation of the MiniLift, there are some routine procedures that should be performed prior to each use. Visually inspect the lift and check for external damage and wear. Check that all bolts are tight and that the safety slide latch on the sling bar works properly. Check the hand control and make sure it corresponds with lift and width movements. Check the emergency lowering and emergency stop functions. Visually inspect the thorax sling for tears, excessive wear, and damage to the fabric, seams, loops, and straps. If the MiniLift does not operate when the hand control buttons are pressed, then check the following. Check that the emergency stop button is not pushed in. Check that the MiniLift is not plugged in for charging. Check that the charging bars on the control box indicate 25% or higher remaining charge. Remove and firmly reseat the hand control cable that is connected at the bottom of the control box, located to the left as you are facing the control box. If the mast does not operate, then remove and reseat the mast cable located between the hand control cable and leg widening cable. If the leg widening does not operate, then remove and reseat the leg widening cable located to the right of the middle mast cable as you are facing the control box. For all other troubleshooting concerns, contact your maintenance or biomed department. If not available, contact your local distributor or call the System Rometic National Service Center at 866-276-5438 or by email at customerservice.usa@handycare.com or info.usa@handycare.com. Slings should be wiped down using a quaternary compound and left to dry thoroughly. The slings can also be washed in 140 to 176 degree Fahrenheit water with a mild detergent and no rinsing agent. The use of chlorine bleach will damage the material and reduce the life of the sling. The slings should be air dried if possible, as tumble drying will result in damage and increased wear. Routine cleaning of the lift should be done with common surface disinfectants such as a water-based ammonia compound or quaternary compounds. Do not use products containing phenol or chlorine, since the nylon parts may be damaged. Assure that the wheel casters are free of dirt and hair. The MiniLift should be thoroughly inspected and serviced when needed, and at least once per year. Perform complete weight test and pay particular attention to the parts that show wear, such as joints, bolts, welds, and wheels. Service must be carried out according to the System Rometic Service Manual and by authorized staff. Repairs and maintenance may only be done by trained and certified personnel using original parts. When storing, keep the lift at a temperature above freezing and at a relative humidity of no more than 60%. Taking the time to remember these simple procedures will pay off in years of safe and comfortable lifting for you and those you care for. If you have any questions or comments, please consult your local distributor or System Rometic specialist.